In the tunnel at Balaidos and ready to do a bit of dancing. The new year underway in the Copa del Rey, making its way to the round of 16 stage. Phil Shane to be joined by Ray Hudson in this action between two Primera heavyweights. None heavier than the unbeaten Barcelona. While Celta Vigo looks to defend its home colors on a chilly night along the Atlantic. Celta Vigo, Barcelona, Copa del Rey next. The pregame festivities done, and now time for the main course. And looking at the 4-3-3 that Juan Carlos Unzué will put out against his old Barcelona. It is the diminutive Sergio in goal. He'll be protected by Mayo, Gomez, Fontes, and Johnny. In fact, pretty much a top-flight lineup for Celta Vigo with Maxi Gomez up front, one of the young phenoms, the Uruguayan, joined by Iago Aspas, and the surprising Pione Sisto, who is among the league leaders when it comes to assists. For Celta Vigo, this a team that is looking to advance at the expense of Ernesto Valverde's Barcelona. Talked about a league matchup. There are a few changes here. Sillicin, the cup keeper, Semedo stepping in at right back. Andre Gomes gets the start. There is no Messi, there is no Suarez, or at least Luis. Dennis Suarez steps out there with the Barca B attacker Jose Arnaiz. Phil Shane and Ray Hudson with you. Iago Aspas doesn't care if it's cup, league, or just a kick around in the neighborhood. He's ready for action, Ray.
Wonderful player. Iago Aspas has been in sparkling form. What the hell happened at Liverpool is anybody's guess, because it didn't work out there for Iago, but for Celta Vigo, he's not just been a revelation, he's been an absolute inspiration. As we look at Jose Arnaiz getting a race start, and the ex-Valladolid man will be looking to match his class, because it don't come many better than him in Spanish football, and certainly Sillicin knows it, the Blaugrana know it. This will not be easy. This has been a haunting ground. This fixture has been a haunting ground for Barcelona. Celta Vigo coming to get them. They've got to win this one, Phil, to stand a chance before Barcelona take them back to Camp Nou and all of the big guns like Messi and Suarez, Iniesta.
Ball touched down the line for Aleix Vidal, but across it goes. Juan Martinez Munuera, our official here today. Nelson Garcia, Jaime Macias on our Spanish language side. Phil Shane and Ray Hudson accompanying you here in this first leg of the round of 16 encounter. Denis Suarez in the Blaugrana, touching to the middle. Aspas back to defend, and his touch taking it to Joseved Sanchez. It's been a good debut as a manager for Juan Carlos Unzué at Celta Vigo. Not a phenomenal one. They find themselves in 11th place in league, but they have caused problems.
Causing problems here. This is good possession, good advancement. Just rolls under Pione Sisto there, and a bad giveaway.
Up steps Paulinho, one of the revelations this year. Smart play on the far side to preserve the throw-in. Like Joseved reaching through to catch the Brazilian. Aspas. Back for Stanislav Lobotka, the Slovakian, stepping in after his move from Nordsjælland and adding some bite to the midfield.
Celta Vigo come in to this first leg of the King's Cup tie after a confidence booster at Deportivo La Coruña, where they won 3-1, picking themselves up after two bad defeats. Well, there were close games against Valencia and against Villarreal.
Off the chest of Sisto. Vas, a good ball. Sisto probably wishes he had another chance.
Just one goal in between those two teams when they went to Valencia. Valencia riding high then, and one goal defeat at home against Villarreal, another good team. They look primed here, a real good attitude right out of the traps. This is a good side, Phil, and as I said earlier, they have haunted Barcelona. The last two league games, of course, they have had great success when they played Balaidos. Beaten twice here, 4-1 and 4-3. And at Camp Nou, of course, this season, it took a last-minute equaliser, but they ran Barcelona down to the wire in that 2-2 thriller. Expect this one to be a very tight game. The pressure unquestionably on Vigo, because they know it'll be a different kettle of sharks when they go to Camp Nou.
Denis Suarez trying to go outside, sneaks around Lobotka, drives it in, but a deflection and cleared by the captain. Aspas draws the foul against Thomas Vermaelen. Wasn't that long ago many people thought Vermaelen would be leaving in the winter window, and now after a solid run over the last month, he might not be replaceable for Valverde.
He's been very, very assured, Phil. He certainly looked a different type of player, a good confidence booster that he's received from Ernesto Valverde, full of trust and faith, and he hasn't let the team or himself down.
Lobotka.
Nice play.
Weaves around Busquets.
It should be a foul.
Seemed to be grabbed by a nice, but advantage. Out wide.
He'll take him on here.
Sisto drives on Semedo.
Nicely.
Dish on the overlap. Chipped by Johnny. And cleared by Digne.
Well played from the Danish international. Out wide. Pione Sisto says to Barcelona's defence, do you want to dance? As Ousmane Dembele says, might be a long night.
Talk about Dembele, the big money signing in the off-season, brought in parts to replace Neymar, and he finds himself back in uniform for the first time since his injury. Sisto on the near side. Oh, seemed like a mishit.
No, I think it's a bad rehearsal, because usually they work out nicely on the practice grounds. I think he's actually looking for the player to come to this near side and clip it into the back post, but you may be well right, Phil. It may be just a case of a poor execution in the end. A strange one, that's one for sure. The Uganda-born lad plays his football on the international stage at Denmark.
And a bit of a United Nations. His parents actually from South Sudan, refugees in Uganda, and then brought into Denmark to the Danish national team's advantage. And Ray, we saw him last year and he showed flashes with a little bit of what we've seen here today. Maybe a missed kick on a corner, that miscontrol of the chest pass from Daniel Vaz. Bursting inside, nice, good tackle by Vaz. But Pione Sisto this year, 9 assists. No one in Europe's big leagues have more. Right up there with Neymar, De Bruyne, and Augsburg's Philipp Max to top the European assist charts.
Nice.
Of course, it helps when you have someone like Iago Aspas to pass to.
I'll say, could drop Aspas into any top club in Europe right now, the way he's been playing this season, and for big parts of last season as well. Absolutely stellar player, Phil. Everything about him, Aspas, the awareness and the touch, a real danger man, this number 10 in the Sky Blues.
Like he could walk on water as long as it wasn't the Mersey. 7th minute, Paulinho. Piqué. Back to Cillison.
Scousers can direct their hate mail to Phil Shane at beInSports.net.
Digne to the near side. Former PSG man getting it from Gomes. Bit more of an attacking role for the Portuguese mid today. He's pushed to the front line as a right wing. Denis Suarez dropping into the midfield. Here's Sisto. Again, a little bit of miscontrol. Semedo pounces, but can't control it himself. 59 degrees along the Atlantic coast. Cloudy conditions, a bit of a breeze from the south, actually keeping things a touch warm. Barcelona making the near 600-mile trek from one coast to the other here today. And next week, Celta will return the favor. Paulinho, a bit of fortune. And Lobotka, anticipation.
Unsue has set up this team in this midfield to press instantly and emphatically. No time on the ball for any of the Barcelona midfield players so far. Isolated raids, but it's been Celta that's looking very, very bright and sharp here. That's a good turn, good play. Nice
one
pass.
Touch.
Oh, he's
driving it in for Maxi. Oh, Aspas tries to caress it forward with his left, but tackled from behind.
Fabulous from Nelsinho Semedo, the Portuguese international, showing what Benfica lost. It's a lot. A wonderful make-up ground. It was a certain goal in all likelihood. Had not Semedo made a wonderful athletic reach-in, stab away right on the danger man, Iago Aspas. This is beautiful football. He's onside and he's off to the races like a teenager on a hot rod, but Semedo says, no, not here. Beautiful ball played in. It's pitch perfect. The spin brings it in. Aspas is beautiful with his touch and control, and he's just about to pull the trigger. Semedo, Nelsinho, magic.
Second time they've used Vas to stick a dagger in that central defense.
First time ball as well, Phil. A first time pass from Vas. And Barcelona were asking, Vas is das?
And here on the free kick, cleared to the back. Lopez shot deflected wide for the corner. Good look at the 21-year-old Uruguayan, who has been a bit of a sensation himself this season.
Again, Semedo in the right place, right time. Tremendous signing, not for now either, but for the future. Semedo, 24-year-old, Phil.
Vas will take the corner this time.
There's that short pass.
Skirts it back for Sisto.
Aye, aye.
Left foot sails. Aspas makes something of it, though.
Beautiful.
Barca gets the touch, and now Paulinho sending out an ice off to the races.
Well played.
Hugo Mayo.
Yeah, way too much experience in them legs. Mayo reading it like Jack and Jill went up the hill.
Finds Vas. Sisto on the near side now.
Good touch.
Good anticipation from the Belgian.
Crowd loving this team. Celticos very much in the driver's seat right now, pinning Barcelona back. The poor ball.
Trying the cross field. Johnny steps up but can't control. That leaves that wing open.
Semedo again intervened and leads to this. Vidal.
Josabed dropping back to cover. Threads it for Semedo.
Oh!
Stops on a dime. Chips it in, and Gomes can't control the header up and over.
Very difficult for Andre here. It's falling away. He doesn't know that Jose Anais is right behind him. Beautiful lead ball. Look at this. Brilliant from the Portuguese pitch. And right here, the Portuguese international, Andre Gomes, tries to do his best. A wonderful play from Nelsinho.
This is a two-legged affair. Mentioned the Camp Nou will play host in the next week, but Celta has had some success against Barca in the past, actually eliminating them from the Copa back in 2001, and before that 1977. With this an unbeaten league-leading Barcelona.
And going for a historic fourth Copa del Rey win in succession, Phil. You've got to go back to the early days, pre-war with Real Madrid.
That was when Di Stefano came down the mountain with the tablets. Well, they've won the cup more than anyone, but you're right, they've never done it 4 times in a row. Out wide. Rene Castro again. Inside Vas. One touch, caresses Sisto. Just can't get there.
Unlucky. Again. It's Vas, the ex-Evian lad, who touches this one. Lovely velvet touch. Just cannot take enough of the dynamic of the ball to caress it right into stride, but wonderful in its failure. Applaudable football from Celta de Vigo.
Johnny high in the air. Josabed brings it down. Looking long first. but then Hugo Mayo, a little uncharacteristically, had the brakes on.
Absolutely. Well, uncharacteristically from Jose Bed as well, Phil. We've seen him play some wonderful football for Rayo Vallecano in years gone by. He was a big part of that wonderfully entertaining Rayo side. Not too successful as a winning football club, but beautiful to watch.
Ronnie. Semedo whistled for the foul. Carlos Unsue has been a manager before. After his playing days were over, moved to Numancia, then Racing, but later on hooked up with Luis Enrique as an assistant. In fact, starting here at Celta before joining the staff when Luis Enrique went to Barcelona. Yeah. Seems like he's learned something.
He's a good man by all accounts and a good coach. His fifth job, including all the assistants situations that you talked about, Phil, and a loyal man. Started at Osasuna and he finished his career there. That's niceness. Very nice.
And he takes over a team that might have been up on blocks last year.
Nice.
Touched back just in time to Sergio.
Ole.
Just above the relegation zone. Yeah. They finished 13th, but they were a top 10 team for 3 years in a row before that.
Good play again. Brave football.
Aspas drops, looks, then caresses it wide. See some fans late arriving, making their way to their seats.
Unlucky there.
Sillissen. Maybe not quite Ter Stegen, but good with his feet. Well anticipated here, though.
Nicely.
Laid back for Aspas, keeps it alive. Osared drives it. Vas just not quite ready.
It's a lovely little touch by Maxi Gomez, the Uruguayan international there, right at the heart of that wonderful movement and threat from Celta. They go the other end here now with Andre.
Gomes in the box across the 6 and 2 on ice. A cup hero again.
Sharper than a porcupine's backside with his finish, and Andre Gomes is absolutely wonderful in this setup. Fabulous counter-attacking football after dangerous approach play by Celta de Vigo. Andre Gomes at the heart of it. This is where it starts. Lovely little touch from Andre Gomes, and he says, feed me again. Wonderful hunger, great drive. He's already taken 100 pictures right here. He keeps on taking them. Wonderful drive to the lane. Hocus pocus, beautiful cut back. This is Andre Gomes at his best. This is what Barcelona wanted to see way before tonight, and it hasn't been there, but it's in there in full capacity. Wonderful goal. Jose knows the way to the back of the net. The 22-year-old lad says, how'd you like them apples? But he'll look towards the Portuguese man that set up that beautifully. Phil, he absolutely folded space like the SS Enterprise in front of him. Hitting warp speed. Andre Gomes, every touch was right. And a wonderful confidence booster that'll be. They're in again.
That is Suarez. The touch takes him wide. 2 men trailing. Drops it to a third. It's Gomes. Settled by Paulinho, but his shot blocked. Well, 2 goals earlier in the cup for Jose Arnaiz against Real Murcia. 6 goals for Barcelona B. And Jose Arnaiz, the man brought in from Valladolid at an advanced age to provide a little professionalism to the reserve side. Looks like he wants to stick around.
Well, the thing is, Phil, is gratitude to be laid all around that Barcelona goal, but it's nowhere more pertinent or significant than Andre Gomes. There's been times where I've criticised him, and I believe rightfully so, for his lack of productivity and any talk of passing ability for a lot of parts of his early career. But we just saw it there, how amazingly effective he can be. He wins it inside of the 18-yard box of Barcelona and sets it up in the other 18-yard box at the other end. Springboard attack, but he had other options as well. And when the ball was played in, there's a wonderful dummy over the top, I believe from Denis Suarez, that allowed it to travel on to Jose Anais. It might have been Vidal, but it was wonderful creativity. Great counter-attacking goal that puts the sword to Juan Carlos Unzué.
And again, you think about this game. Beautiful ball in for Daniel Vaz.
Yeah.
Maybe just a millimeter away from Celta taking a lead.
Yep.
And now 7 seconds later, it's Barcelona on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and the Portuguese lads here today are playing well. Nelson Semedo, wonderful. Andre Gomes, absolutely tremendous on that goal.
Celta trying to regroup. Don't appear to be rattled, but, well, maybe I spoke too soon. Too far for Johnny Otto Castro. There's a good look at Unzué. Brought over Robert Moreno with him. So the core of the Barcelona coaching staff from last season going up against this year's crew. Nice from Arnaiz, but well read by Sisto. And back to Sergio.
Nice from Arnaiz. Should have said that when he scored that wonderful goal as well. Good strong play. Got away from him, but that's good possession. And that's right. And he's got Lobotka breathing down his neck heavily. And that's a tricky player, a young Slovakian international, but Andre feeling him and keeping it nicely away from him.
Settled by Busquets over to Paulinho. Several players getting a bit of a breather here today. Andres Iniesta, Luis Suarez, Lionel Messi among them.
All back in their Barcelonas.
Gomes. Bit of a tendency to play the neutral or the negative ball, but not on the play that led to the goal.
Oh, it was great athleticism as much as anything, but it wasn't just a box-to-box, literally box-to-box type finish. He had a lot of options to take into account. Pulled the right ace out of his hand. And as you said, Phil, credit to the step over from Alex Vidal. Probably got shouted off by young Jose. Leave it.
Again, Vidal well defended, but credit to Arnaiz as well.
Out left.
Vaz making the run in the middle. If Aspas can get it there. On Piqué, freezes Piqué, in for Vaz, but touched by Vermaelen into safety.
Great little snapshot of everything that's good about Aspas. Oh. Look out.
And there, Arnaiz finding Paulinho and then quickly into position.
Wonderful run. Poor ball. This is a tremendous run from young Jose Arnaiz. If we see this one again, you people with your fancy machines, go back and take a look at that. Arnaiz had lost his defender, peeled away from him like skin on a tangerine, and he wanted that ball played early over the top from Paulinho. And Paulinho didn't feel as if he could force it in there. Wonderful run from young Arnaiz. Looks good, Phil. Looks real good.
By the way, that third goal puts him into a tie for second place in goals in this Copa del Rey. Nice from Maxi Gomez. Only 6 feet, 160 pounds. He seems much bigger than that.
Nice.
Laid off by Aspas. Again, toys with Piqué.
Yeah, now you see it, now you don't.
José Sanchez. Lobotka. Vaz.
They'll hold it and they'll consider their passes. They'll get it into the mixer with these boys. Wonderful play, but tough to break down this Barcelona team, Phil. This defense has been beyond stellar this season under Ernesto Valverde, and it's been a whole team defensive performance that's been the admiration of everybody throughout Europe. Amazing stuff. They're being tested here as well. Now Celta chasing the game.
That's Mayo. In for Aspas.
So quick.
touched free by Vermaelen.
Good
no
interception.
Foul.
Yeah. Nice play again.
One touch Busquets. There was a play just before the Christmas break. Seems like he has eyes in his head. A defender 2 feet away with his back turned, and as he turns, one touch scoops it over him. I would say they'd be writing books about Busquets when he finally hangs it up, but it's hard to put into words. Midway through this first half. Celta, the ex-Ajax man, over to Digne. Voss looking to pounce.
Well, that was always Dyson with it when he turned inside onto his left foot there. Look at Digne in his touch. It was an invitation for Celta. Got away with it finally.
Credit to Vermaelen for snuffing out the chance.
Yeah.
Mayo fouled again. 6-3-8 in league is Celta Vigo.
Here's another look at this. Wonderful. It says beautifully. Shift of the weight from Aspas.
Celta eliminating Eibar in the last round. Barcelona pounding Murcia. Of course, there is plenty of other action going on today. Espanyol against Levante. Numancia against Real Madrid still to come. Leganés Villarreal available on beIN Sports Connect. 25th minute. Ball slips away on that touch. Oseved again looking long.
The crowd wanted this ball switched to the near side here. Celta Vigo fans know their football all right. Wonderful. Great response. Tackle.
Over the boot of Pione Sisto, out for the Barca throw. Kind of intriguing, Ray. The winter window open. The rumors continue to swirl. Some of the recent signings of Barcelona, well, let's just say they've been less than whelming. But you can see it here from Gomes. You can see it from Aleix Vidal, from Vermaelen. They're starting to come around.
Well, the question will be how much this Andre Gomes is putting himself in this shop window as well, Phil, because there's another midfield player from Liverpool expected to be at Barcelona sooner or later. Liverpool fans must really like Barcelona after taking away Luis Suarez, and now Coutinho looks as if he's heading in the same direction eventually, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yellow against the ex-Barca boy, Andreu Fontas. Might not have been contact, but
take a look. He's reaching in for a ball. It's never going to be there, and it's just his momentum carrying through onto young Jose, but nothing malicious.
Spent 6 years at La Masia.
As you said, it started out at Barcelona's youth system.
Busquets again getting his big head in the way. Back to Silesen. 14-3-0 for Barca. A near record run for Ernesto Valverde at the start of his career. But as he pointed out, they still haven't won anything yet. No parades, no trophies as a winter champion. Sisto. Semedo stays with him. Quickly off the restart from the throw. Sisto to the middle. Vermaelen again. Paulinho, the soft touch.
Consecutive Copa del Rey wins before with Real Madrid, of course, and that was when they were Madrid FC, and we can't forget Athletic Club de Bilbao from 1930 to 1933. They won 3 consecutive King's Cups.
Gomes again.
It's lovely football again. Oh!
Just past the boot of Suarez.
Miscontrolled it, Dennis. It's a beautiful ball from Sergi Busquets, and Andre Gomes recognises Busquets got fly's eye vision and plays a simple ball into him, and then a diamond pass, what seemed to be from Busquets, and Dennis seemed to just take his eye off it a little bit. And as you say, maybe it was a little overhit. I don't think so. Good play again.
But Gomes able to win it back. Vidal maybe a little ball watching.
Great creativity again from Gomes. Everything he did there again was spot on. Look at this, having a stormer. Monster ball, confident with it, great running off it, and linking up play nicely with this genius.
Unbeaten in cup play for Barca. 8 wins, 2 draws since coming over from Ajax. And Carlos Unsue.
Here again, the amount of look-ups that he takes, and then that wonderful hesitation against Vas. Wonderful play again. The threat, Alex Vidal tries to get it, but like a good poacher, Jose Inas is thinking, what if this ball gets beyond Alex? I'm going to be there. And it's a clean finish from the youngster.
Scored 12 goals down in the Segunda for Valladolid and 11 for Rayo's reserve team the year before.
What I liked about that one, the cleanliness of the finish, Phil, he doesn't strike through it with great power. He's got that consideration right before the ball's on its way to him to adjust himself and virtually pass it into that tight area. A very mature finish from the young lad.
Taking his time, Sergio.
It's not that he didn't play a lot of games in La Liga before. Of course, with Valladolid, he played a full season for them and was very impressive then, before Barcelona says, yep, we'll have some of that.
We saw it as well earlier. Nolito, another one that they plucked away at a somewhat advanced age.
Great ball from Dennis, leads to this.
And he's turned out pretty well. 2-5 for their left back.
Lovely play from Barcelona, sharp. And again, Andre Gomes at the heart of it.
Aspas through the legs of Gomes, then gets it on the other end.
Great touch from Aspas. He wants it back inside.
Semedo speeding back. Sisto.
And he's got
sneaks it. Aspas, back heel.
What a tackle
from Busquets. Second effort. Falls for Gomez. Back post. Oh, touched off the underside of the crossbar. And Sisto with a Muller-like blast from tight angles has tied it up.
Magical in the end from Sisto. How this one doesn't go in from Aspas is just unbelievable. Brilliant play. This isn't anything capricious or lucky or fortunate about this. This is penalty football. Sisto drives in here. Beautiful touch from Iago Aspas. Busquets tries to get it. It pops free. This one's onside, people. But how this one doesn't go in, it hits the under part. And Jeff Hurst somewhere's having a laugh. Not over the lane. Aspas comes in. It hits the goalkeeper. Sisto says, bullet the blue sky. Beautiful strike. Fortunate Barcelona, but there's no saving this. Sisto with a TNT pounder keg of a strike. Definitely doesn't go over the lane. Cillison thinks it's already going to head into the goal. But then this is wonderful. Hold-up play by Sisto. Takes one look at the goal and absolutely flamethrowers this into the top corner. And he says, Uganda, I love you.
Well, I'm sure the Celta fans got a good gander on that one. From a tight angle, blasts it high to the near post to tie the score.
We saw 3 or 4 passes leading up to it, and the little pass that led into Iago Aspas, but prior to that, Phil, in their own half, Celta Vigo built that goal up like a wonderful new Lego set at Christmas, and they built something beautiful there. What a cracking goal.
Mentioned 9 assists in the season for Sisto, tops in Europe. Also has 3 goals. That's his first cup goal.
That's what I got for Christmas, a Lego set that just entered into my head. Thanks, Phil.
Lego La Liga?
That's what it was. Thank you, pal. I'm still playing with it.
Not exactly a barn burner, but the hay maybe starting to smolder here.
Got a wonderful game again from Spain. Wonderful. And they've been threatening this equaliser all game long. Barcelona playing well. Celta Vigo have been absorbing and hitting them with dangerous play, and it is exemplified by that wonderful second goal. Credit to the crossbar, of course. It was certainly a good slice of good fortune, but the setup for the opportunity was just radiant football from the Celticos.
Offside the call, and a chance for Celta to catch their breath and push forward for a go-ahead goal. Good look at Nice. Mentioned the 3 goals in cup play, Ray, have come on his only 3 shots for Barcelona. I want to tell him to shoot a bit more.
Good play, got space here, overlaps begging.
Vidal, too soft, and Nice will make that Johnny Castro on his 200th game.
Good run from Denis Suarez, but an absolutely poor pass in the end from the ex-Almeria man, Alex Vidal. The hero, Sisto. The goalkeeper's friend saves Sillerson. He thinks this one's all out, but it doesn't go completely over the line. It stays in, and Sisto says, see what you can do with this one. Good night. Beautiful hit.
Do you blame the keeper standing on the post? No, they don't. And so much weight and so accurate from the Dane.
Again, I love the build-up to good goals. There's a slice of good fortune, and maybe Sillerson will be looked at by some cynics, but after a ball triggers off of the crossbar like that, and he was frozen temporarily, and the goal was a beautiful blast with accuracy, cross between a rapier and a sledgehammer. But the build-up, Phil, when we look at it at half-time, I'm telling you, the lovely spirograph football out of Barcelona's own book.
Here they come again. Sisto causing problems. Shoulder tussle, fair play, says the ref. And now LaRocca sliding in front of Vidal to show he can do it too.
Yep, two-way player. Good meaty player as well, Sobotka, and reading Alex Vidal's touch, staying with him. Great atmosphere now. This has been a wonderful game. Two ways.
Celta made it all the way to the semi-finals last year. This could have been the final were it not for Alaves and their Cinderella story. But ousted on a single goal in the semis, while Barcelona went on to beat Alaves 3-1 in the final. Love how they spread the field. There is a bit of Barcelona in Celta's style.
I think you could say that on a number of Spanish teams, Phil. The type of football is quality and very insightful, incisive football, and we just saw that with that equaliser. Did this again, lovely pattern of play.
See Barcelona's defense ready when the ball goes goes to Vas.
Threat here. Good challenge. Semedo
Keeps it in as well. There's Johnny. With a nice little spin on Fontes, but had help. Aspas goes down. Vas gets it. Now it's Gomez looking to play playmaker.
Too tight.
Busquets behind Gomes. And right on track for Lucas Digne. Mayo staying with Denis. 4 shots apiece. Possession nearly split down the middle. Celta, I think, wanting to see even a little more attack in these final 10 minutes of the opening half. Well, they have set the stage for what should be an entertaining second as well. Sisto. A bit static on the front line at the moment.
It's patient possession, Phil. And they won't force it.
Vodka
Nicely.
splits the lines. Aspas says, let's try it again.
Find a way out wide here.
Mayo.
This
Offside against Vas. Disciplined defense.
good call. Not the easiest of calls either for this referee's assistant, Phil. You got his name?
Not today.
Wow.
You found one.
Too much eggnog.
Carlos Unsue had been among those rumored. By the way, Diego Barbero.
Diego, yes.
Unsue, one of those rumored as a potential successor to Luis Enrique.
Nicely.
Vas to the inside. Lays it off for Sisto, looking to come back to his right. Double teamed though.
Didn't have much on, but he makes the best of it.
Into the 18. Poked away Semedo at the end. Fans wanted a pass back, but that would have been harsh.
Cleaning up nicely on there with the spare balls in midfield. Let's look a half a step quicker in this area. Look out.
5 minutes left. Shot wide. Silicen didn't want to take a chance. Good work from the Dane.
Yep. Started at Brøndby, went to France, and is lighting it up for Celta. Wonderfully involved player. Here again, Semedo just comes to the rescue, tracking down like a cheetah on a gazelle.
Trying to flick the ball on. Now we'll get a second effort on nice
play again.
Vidal tried to disguise it, but couldn't.
A little unlucky. Well cut out. Trying to thread that through 3 players. Nearly got it in. Mayo.
A little space opening up in front of the homegrown right back. Drops it. Josabed. Second effort. Josabed tried to caress it, but Vermaelen blocks it. And now it's Barcelona with their foot on the accelerator.
Tic-tac-toe football, lad.
Nice from Fontes.
Worth a try, that, from Denis Suarez. It wasn't a badly directed ball. He just didn't get his sand wedge underneath it to take the height. Look out.
Sloppy by Josabed. Deflected towards Paulinho. And he scrapes it wide.
Always ready, willing, and able to pull his well-oiled trigger. Paulinho is already looking, and you never give a Brazilian this much time in front of goal. He pulls it wide in the end. Does it take a little touch? The referee says it does.
Didn't appear from here, but he's a lot closer. 3 minutes left. opening half of this opening leg in the round of 16. First corner for Barcelona. Denis Suarez in, and at the 5'10", Sergio's reach. Then looking to start the break. Aspas, a little bit of a bounce.
I think the two of them are just running into each other, and that's the way the referee sees it. I think they're both looking at a ball that's floating right over the top of them, and a little bit of contact play between two players. Of course, the Celta fans thinking it was a clear push on their hero, Iago.
Nice trying to be a pest, but Celta handling him easily that time. Ernesto Valverde, right at the edge of his technical area. Well, he knew it wouldn't be easy, but maybe being tested even more than he thought. Paulinho, as our nice, pays the price.
Getting some good rhymes in with that name, Phil.
In for Denis Suarez. Wide for Semedo. Gets it off the deflection. Black for an ice. Lifted from Paulinho.
Lucky.
And
good cover from the Sky Blues.
Fontes able to control. Here's Lobotka into a triple team, but now out of position.
Wonderful from Busquets.
Gomes with a go.
Unlucky.
Not a bad idea.
No, it's a good effort. Brilliant from Busquets, extending his telescopic legs. And then Andrea says, I fancy myself here. And that isn't such a bad effort. He's already taken the pictures in his cerebral camera and just gets a little underneath it. And it looks as if it's a bad chance. There's that coming together between the two of them. And if anything, Aspas goes into the side of Digne. So well refereed there. Tremendous play.
And that's going to do it for the opening half. What a half it was, tied at 1.
Good pulsating game of cup tie football. Ernesto looks as if he's left the gas on at home, as always, but I think he'll be moderately happy in containing a very dangerous Celta Vigo team and keeping this wonderful antagonist, Iago Aspas, off the score sheet so far.
Good look inside the tunnel and getting set for the start of the second half. Sergi Gomez, another former Barcelona youngster, teaming with Fontes in defense, and they're a current one who's about to celebrate his 20th birthday tomorrow. Carlos Alenya. Wouldn't be surprised to see him in the second half at some point. And one thing you might have noticed, Ray, as we went to the outside to look at the young Barcelona phenom, it is starting to rain.
Yeah.
A chilly, cold, damp rain.
It keeps sweeping in sheets, but you can see now it's starting to get worse, and wind is looking as if it's picking up, so a bit of a conditions change here, and so far no sight of Ousmane Dembele, and that's not such a big surprise in conditions like this, coming back after hamstring surgery. You'd be surprised to see Dembele tonight.
Mascherano coming back from a hamstring injury, maybe nearing what could and should be his final Barcelona appearance, with a move to China well reported. Maybe wait for warmer climes. Well, it is the Celta Vigo team. Iago Aspas leading the way, Mr. A. Well, Sergi Gomez trying to shut down Andre Gomes. Don't expect too many changes, at least at the outset.
Well,
some big matches coming up.
Will be slick here and a little bit unpredictable when the wind kicks in, so that ledge that this game is on just got a little bit more precarious and perhaps a little bit more treacherous for Barcelona, the home team in full flight.
A touch back from Maxi Gomez to get us started, and that may be the first time Celta's been in retreat in this match. Long ball trying to split the back line, taken down by Digne. No changes yet. Barca still going with Silesen in goal, who has not lost a cup match in his Barca career. Oh, nice tackle by Fontas.
Weakness again from young Jose.
Semedo, Piqué, Vermaelen and Digne the back line. Busquets, Paulinho and Denis Suarez in the midfield. Vidal and Gomes flanking out on ice in his first year out of Valladolid. Not the tallest of players, only about 5'9", but that low center of gravity used to good result. And as you said, there's a quickness about it. Sergio Alvarez in goal for Celta. He's had to fight to hold on to that goalkeeping spot. Mayo, Gomez, Fontas and Johnny the back line. Lobotka backing up Vas and Josebed. Aspas and Sisto flanking Maxi Gomez. Looking at the bench, as you mentioned, both with some pretty good players.
Yeah.
Pablo Hernandez, the former DC United midfielder. Emre Mor, the ex-Dortmund phenom, among them. And a promising midfielder in Brais Mendes.
Defending.
Barcelona, as you mentioned, Dembele may be the crown jewel that's on the bench, but will they risk him today?
Lovely play from Celta Vigo there. Nice little interception and they gain possession, and then they go back into Barcelona's press and play through it. Now, a lot of people would call it risky, but it's the Celta way. It's pretty football, and it's been proven to be effective more times than not.
Barcelona have won this competition 29 times. Celta haven't really won much, although they did get to the final 3 times. In 48, they fell against Sevilla. In 94 and 2001 against Zaragoza. Although it was in 2001, a little over 15 years ago, that they knocked Barcelona out in the semis. Piqué with a tussle with Gomez, but offside. That was the Rivaldo Barcelona that the Berizzo Celta Vigo ousted to get to the final. Haven't been back since.
The body language on the substitutes getting warmed up. Looks as if it's Sergio Roberto that may be the first one to enter the fray. We'll see. Nice touch.
Forward, Arnaiz lays it off. Paulinho keeps it moving, but intercepted by Mayo. Is it the midfielder or the defender, Sergio Roberto?
We'll see, said the blind man.
And Dembele, well, he is loosening up, but or is he headed back to the dressing room? Yes.
It's like he's just coming out of the dressing room, heading towards the bench.
Maybe a little extra work.
Not going to risk the second most expensive player in football history. Joint second, of course, with Pogba from Manchester United.
Again, rumors of spending even more to get Philippe Coutinho in this new year. Dangerous ball, but Piqué uses his 6'4" frame.
It's going to be dangerous in this sort of weather, and that's well played again by the Portuguese man. Nice tidying up, and he pays tit for tat with Gerard.
Vidal and Semedo. Semedo and Vidal.
Lovely football, beautiful.
Cuts to the inside. Nice.
Oh.
Dancing in the traps, but couldn't get out. Mentioned they haven't gotten back to a cup final in a while, but they did make the semis the last 2 years running.
Mail in there trying to cut his spam a little bit too thin there, and was intercepted, but a brave ball, but just not hitting the target. Nice from Gomes.
Moves it down the line. Then he Suarez settles. Fans wanted a handball, but no. Gomes uses the deflection on a nice back. Then he's still Barca. Busquets, Suarez sneaks it in on ice, blasts it into Sergio and out for the corner.
Well played, Alvarez. He saves this one. Beautiful link-up play from Barcelona. Dennis, and now they're all linked up nicely, but Sergio Alvarez springs out of his trap and closes the angle beautifully.
Edge of the area, well defended.
Aspas. Tremendous.
Still in play. Semedo coming over, committing the foul, and then stopping Vaz from getting it right back underway.
Well, they knew it would be a dark alley to walk down this Barcelona side, and it's proven to be, but we've pushed up a lot higher in the opening exchanges of this second half. Play through it nicely though, don't they?
Fun to watch. Gomez makes the run. Wide for Mayo.
Oh!
Sisto tries the volley and doesn't quite measure it.
Lovely attacking play, leads up to Pione, but nothing at the end of his swing. Oh, unlucky. Trying to find Alex Vidal with a nod down header, doesn't get it cleanly enough.
Both teams pushing forward on the attack. Aspas rolls it wide. Vaz from an angle. Lifted up. Two men in the middle, but Aspas's touch takes it wide.
A lovely touch intended to find somebody in there from Aspas's little touch, as you say, Phil. Wonderful build-up play again. This crowd appreciates it. Good footy.
Look at how much Semedo works to deny Sisto the chance. And Barca forcing Celta all the way back.
Nice.
Ronnie harassed by Vidal.
Again, lovely turn.
Josabed looking for a gap.
Nicely!
Soft for Gomez. Vaz for Aspas. No! Looked for Mayo and it was touched away.
Still alive.
Into the area, but no, the foul just on the chalk. Looks like Hugo Mayo draws the whistle. Just there.
The lead up, this wonderful ball into Pione. He sees it coming, and in practice, all break the nets, but not there. And it looks like Dembele is going to be thrown in on this cold, blustery, windy night. So we'll see what the 20-year-old phenomenon can produce. It's been 108 days since he had the injury, so it's been a long time for the ex-Rennes man. Started out at Rennes and to Borussia Dortmund, of course, they really caught the eye of every football club in the world. A wonderful, scintillating player, Phil, and we haven't really even seen him start. All the lads getting ready, and the subs on both sides going to be thrown into this fray. Of course, Celta Vigo, as you said before, got a big game coming up this weekend. Who they play, Phil?
Not a bad way to start the season. Of course, the home and away with Barcelona, and sandwiched in the middle, Real Madrid. Good way to test yourself. Aspas.
Where Celta's playing, maybe a test for Real Madrid as well.
Mourinho strips it away from Iago.
Good lead.
Nice challenging, and almost there to win it. Sergio launching it back the other way. Again, never easy being the manager who has to make those decisions. Lobotka does well to dribble away, but 59 degrees, wet and windy conditions, and it looks like they will give a run out to Ousmane Dembele. In some ways, it lets you know how important they view this final half hour. Through Gomes, wide. Denis Suarez. Stepping up Busquets. Gomes again. Digne. Paulinho makes the run through the six-diving header, and it just spins wide.
Jose again reads this one beautifully. It's not an easy header, this one. It's bouncing in front of him. Lovely play out wide. Look at Digne. He's onside and he stoops to conquer, and that's an unlucky challenge from the kid. Oh, just on the outside. But look at this ball. This is in slow motion, but it's coming in off a skiddy ground, and he just extends all of his neck muscles to try to get to it. But lovely feed from Lucas.
Lineups are in for the next match, by the way, and well, Ronaldo will get a breather. Looks like Gareth Bale in the starting lineup. That match coming up immediately following on beIN Sports. Real against Numancia. Semedo sweeps it in. Paulinho almost. Mosabed, some good defense. Aspas. Semedo anticipates.
Loves it here.
Vidal back to the Portuguese wingback.
Ball.
Back post header. Let's just knock it out, says Mayo.
Yeah, Mayo tracking back nicely.
Semedo sweeps it in. Paulinho almost. Mosabed, some good defense. Aspas. Semedo anticipates.
Loves it here.
Vidal back to the Portuguese wingback.
Ball.
Back post header. Let's just knock it out, says Mayo.
Yeah, Mayo tracking back nicely and anticipating this lovely ball from the Portuguese man. Here's the earlier chance for the young kid, who is very close to finding that top corner. Not much more he could have done. Sharp again.
High into the wet and windy night. Gomes able to get a touch, but can't keep it in play.
Went to head that one back. Imagine watching that in 3D. Beautiful. I think that's the first giveaway by Iago Aspas, 57 minutes in.
Approaching the hour. Gomes leaves it off for Vidal. Back wide. Semedo.
Just a little behind him.
Tries to get to the goal line. No opening there. Barcelona side 14-3-0 in league, have not lost since the Super Cup in any competition back in August. Semedo gets Sisto in the air, launches back post, and the touch from Denis Suarez goes awry.
Semedo again picks the dandruff off a wasp's wing with this ball. Perfect delivery, insightful vision, a beautiful placed ball, but Denis, now his right foot turns into a jellyfish in the end. What a pass from this kid. Tremendous player. Benfica man. Started at Sintrense in Portugal. They're playing in the 3rd division now.
And after leaving Sintrense some 5 years on, now playing for Barcelona. Full credit to Sergio Roberto and what he was able to do, but this is a Barcelona team in many ways searching for an identity at right back since Dani Alves left, and Semedo different but equally dangerous.
A different set of gifts, both offensively and defensively. Great pace, and only 24-year-old, as I said. It's tremendous signing.
Relentless pressure here. Drip, drip, drip from Barcelona. Maintaining the draw at the moment. Sisto slowing down Semedo. There's the Twitter handles. Feel free to share your thoughts. Vidal off the give and go, just behind Paulinho. Whoa! But the shot from Busquets from long range hits iron.
Fabulous hit, but what a visionary pass for Busquets to latch onto this. Take a look. Alex Vidal pulls it past the obvious targets and sees Sergio arrive, and he tries, as always, to pass it into the net. And he's just a couple of azimuth angles or whatever they are away from it. Wonderful vision from the setup from Alex Vidal, and that would have been an absolute pearler of a goal.
Vidal's pressure forcing the errant pass, but can't control one to him. Maya. Celta through and through. Now 26, youth international for Spain.
Nicely. What a good ball.
Sisto lets it run. The speed. But the flag moves up anyway.
Well, that left foot seems to often let this player down, but he's offside anyhow. He doesn't even attempt to control it with his left. Nice play.
Back to the midfield, Semedo. Curling around for Suarez, but Celta in the way. Looks like Bryce Mendes may be ready to come in. Now the card coming out for the second time today. Rooms for the challenge on Lobotka. last few moments, Celta's been hanging on. Barcelona maybe facing a question as to how much they commit in what is the first leg of 2. Denying a home win to Celta, maybe a big step with the second match at home. Fontes into the middle, but straight to Barcelona. Moves out wide. Here's Denis Suarez, who's pushed to the front line here in the second half. Voss with the block. Gomes chipping it across, but no one making the run. Emre Mor as well getting set to check in. 20-year-old
Turkish international, isn't he?
Born in Denmark, but now wearing the Turkish colors.
Real Scandinavian connection with his Celta Vigo team when you look at how many players they get from that part of the world.
More one of those players that American sensation Christian Pulisic had to beat out for time at Dortmund. He has been starting for Celta, although much of his action off the bench. To the goal line, somehow sneaks through. Johnny cuts to the inside in his right foot, but no one pounces. Piqué looked like it was over the top. A little slip from Aspas. Whistles starting to pour down from Balaidos. Give and go, but this one didn't get there in time, and Semedo with the foul.
Alex Vidal saying his apology to Semedo, who does everything right, inviting the challenge, playing it off with the left side of his foot, and then taking off, but the ball from Alex just not quite accurate enough. As Sisto absolutely gets the full thunderous applause from his fans after that wonderful goal that equalized the game. And
the other player to exit, Daniel Voss. 2 golden chances created in the first half. Brais Mendes, the other to come in. Started 2 matches in Cup for Celta, but again, another bench player in league, the 20-year-old from Mos. So 2 promising yet unproven players now out there for Celta.
A little bit surprised.
Good chance here out wide. Aspas dispossessed. Tackle from Digne, then cleared to midfield. Lobotka takes it right back. Mendes with his first touch. Busquets plucks it away in midair from Josabed. Oh, almost bounces for Arnaiz. No Luis Suarez, no Paco Alcácer.
Nice
Soft.
Oh, what a tackle.
Almost more. Back for Aspas. Emre with another touch, and now another. Emre more, but he can't get anything on the shot.
Thomas Vermaelen does all he can to stop this rabbit hole attack, and he did well right here, but then Aspas keeps it alive. Beautiful turn, a lovely feed, kiss off again, and pop gun power in the end from a difficult angle.
Well, Mendes and Moore providing a spark for Celta, but not quite enough. Midway through the second half. More good defense from Fontes. Carlos Naval on the sideline, the delegate for Barcelona, ready to hand over the card that carries Ousmane Dembele's name. And the young Frenchman, almost like another debut. It's been that long. Left foot from Sergio.
It again, Vermeulen.
Maxi Gomez like a bull in a china shop, but Vermeulen stood up.
Yeah, too many good individual performers out there on both sides of this. There's very few players got the boots on the wrong feet here tonight, Phil, and it's going to take something a little special, I think, to win this one. Both defenses holding up tight and reading each other's intricate play, but Celta Vigo especially trying to embroider their way through and coming so close to breaking the dam of Barcelona.
We talked about Celta being down at 11th, but a bit deceptive. They're only 3rd from 7th, so 3 points from 7th make that. So conceivably 2 good games, and they're back in European contention. Fontes thought about it. Might have been offside the first time, the pass off target the second. Dembele and Rakitic about ready to check in, and Paulinho's day is done. Now, do you pull Suarez, Arnaiz, or Vidal here?
Or Paulinho.
And maybe this will make the mind up for Valverde. A little bit of a cramp for the young forward.
Not surprised. He made some wonderful, energetic runs, and it's not just his industry. It's been wonderful angled runs. As soon as he sees his midfield maestros get possession, he's taking off early and sweetly off of his defender, and that's a good performance for me. Not just his goal, but here comes a different kettle of sharks and a wonderful different variety. And Ousmane Dembele.
So, 3rd game in the cup for a 3rd goal hauled in by Jose Arnaiz, but it's not enough. Still 1-1 into the final 20 minutes.
It's not going to be an easy situation for Dembele to come into this tempo of this game on a night like this, but got the full faith of the boss.
How risky a move is it, Ray? And again, remember when he went down.
Nicely.
Pass into the middle. Mendes hoped for a run that wasn't coming. Remember when he went down, it was just on a long run downfield. Didn't appear to be much. There was no contact. But then Dembele just crumpled to the turf.
He's been playing for several weeks now with Barcelona on the training pitch, so 100% fit. This is good play again.
Out wide, Johnny. Joseved back to Johnny again. 200th appearance for Celta. Sneaks it in. Back for more. Left foot. Post just off target.
Wonderful. There's that intricacy that Unsue sees come and then sees go, and he damns deaf heaven with his bootless cries, but his boys out there are playing beautiful football. Wonderful link up, and finally comes down to Emre Moore, one of his early chances. Piqué sliding in, and then Silesen pushes it wide with his eyes. So close, but applaudable football from this Celta Vigo team. Again, nothing hit and hope about them. Beautiful play.
Lobotka jumps in front to intercept. And think, Ray, just a couple of seasons ago, Emre Moore and Stanislav Lobotka were both playing at Nordjylland. Today, they're in the cup against Barcelona and doing well.
Good scouting system, that's for sure. Somebody's got a good eye for good talent, but it's more than that, Phil. The way they play together, it's a nice turn.
Lifted a little too high by Dembele. Little rust scraped off there.
Again, the conditions, and that's no excuse for that. It's just a bad ball, but you see the rain and the wind sheeting down here, and it's blowing towards Alvarez's goal. Take some adjustment coming in off the bench to get into the rhythm.
Nunez steals it away. Again, Dembele, former teammates with more. Blasted in, deflects off Fontes, cleared to the top of the 18. Dembele also a player who more known outside, cutting in rather than as a center forward. Mayo under pressure. Sergio Gomez back to Sergio Alvarez. Fontas.
Good lead.
Joseved.
And again.
Johnny with help on the inside. Emre. Just a little more. Back for Joseved.
Oh.
Quick touch by Mendes, but off target.
Good decision in the end. He's got Maxi Gomez. After he gets this ball, watch for the 7. Now this is the earlier hit, but the other build-up play was nice in itself. And again, plenty of fangs about this Celta Vigo team when they get in possession around the 35-yard area and in. They don't just play the obvious pass. They're looking for the what we call the third man running, and it's often found.
We saw that on Celta's goal. Yep. Saw that as well on Barca's goal, where it was Arnaiz who was ready to pounce when the ball got past Vidal.
A great ball out of the back.
Dennis Dembele. Hand came up and hit the face, and a foul. Unintentional, but it doesn't make it sting any less. Aspas drawing the foul. Actually, Joseved. Talked about the Real Madrid game coming up on the weekend here at Balaidos for Celta. Barcelona will be at home to take on Shaq Moore and Levante, the young American. Levante busy in the transfer window to shore up right back, so not sure if he will get the chance to play, but they're also in action later today in the COPA. Nice in the 15th, and nearly a quarter hour later, Sisto equalized. Always entertaining Sergio Alvarez. The pass after the pass leaves a bit to be desired.
So the space invading, his touch to set himself up with that electric pace there, Dembele. Not being executed well enough. Here he is.
Rakitic, Dembele. One touch on the turn, but Sergio was ready.
Wonderful invention here by Rakitic, the Croatian. Sets it up nicely. Needed to pull one of the Pione Sisto hits out of his bag of tricks here and go higher with a lot more wallop, but on target and tests Sergio Alvarez.
Ball whistled across from the corner. Of course, a legendary Barcelona goalkeeper hanging up the gloves in Victor Valdez this week.
Yes, well said,
Sergio
Phil.
reminds me a little bit of him.
Oh, easy, Phil. Easy,
just
big man. Bit. Put that eggnog away from you, pal. The great Victor Valdez, absolutely brilliant goalkeeper, and was as much of a part of the great Barcelona teams as anybody in the side. A wonderful goalkeeper, Phil, of the highest order, and Iker Casillas knows it, and if it hadn't have been for Iker, I know Victor Valdez would have been in the Spanish national team a hell of a lot more.
Mendes trying to get there, but well defended by Barcelona. Yesterday, this round of 16 got underway. Atletico, a big win at Lleida. Alaves 3-1 over Formentera. Las Palmas leveled by Valencia while Sevilla won at Cádiz.
Yeah, good game that one, the Valencia game. I enjoyed that on beIN Sports there yesterday.
Leganés surprising Villarreal at the moment. Well, in just a few, we'll have Real at Numancia and Espanyol hosting Levante.
Play it
in for Semedo. Dispossessed, but won back by Vermaelen.
Stick him. Sergio Busquets. When them boots of his, Phil. Remember that? The old spray can of that stick him.
Might have scraped it off Sergio to begin with. Ball in from Rakitic. Well handled, Sergio.
Well, it's certainly repaying the kind compliments you give him, comparing him to Victor Valdez Alvarez here. Safe as houses on a tricky hit, coming to him at the hop.
Even tucked in the knee a little bit just in case it squirted free.
Yeah. 31-year-old came up through the youth system. Oh, nice touch here.
Chance for Aspas, spins, pirouettes for more. But look at the numbers back.
Great hold-up play from Aspas.
Johnny can't get around Semedo, but he does get the throw. Well, it has been an entertaining affair, but will there be a winner? And trying to shore things up, maybe going 3 in the back, but the Argentine Facundo Roncaglia, and Johnny looking like he's wondering whether it's his number. Looks like Unsue wanting to wait just a bit. Fontas will come out. Roncaglia will come in. Roncaglia came up as a right back out of Boca Juniors, but pretty much comfortable anywhere along the back line. And now it looks like they will switch the number, and it will be Johnny who will exit. This might go more to 3 back with Mayo pushing forward. And I think that's why he came over to get a bit of a word of advice.
Leaving themselves a little bit more exposed, but they've got to hunt here now, and this is a good opportunity. Nice ball.
Ball back in for the Slovak. Lobotka over, and the shot from Gomez blocked. Long range.
Luca Digne it is who's the hero here. Really threatening position for Celta Vigo. That pulls all the pieces together. Lovely return ball, and then the kiss off again. That intricacy that have been going on about. You don't pull the trigger immediately or instantly. Anywhere where they're seeing an opportunity to strike, they'll always look for that extra opportunity of passing to a better man in the right position. And it's a gamble sometimes, but you can see why Carlos Unsue is encouraging that type of football. It'll pay off more times than not.
Look here at the way Barca lining up. Rakitic has moved to the front line, and Andre Gomes in many ways as a center forward, although here dropping back. Numbers forward for the Blaugrana, chipped in for Gomes, carries over the goalkeeper, but a push against the Portuguese attacker. And again, at only 5'10", I'm a bit surprised Barca hasn't gotten the ball in the air against Sergio more today. To draw Barcelona out, and they are pushing forward. Not content with a 1-1, but does that leave them vulnerable? Again, the 20-year-old Mendes. Out wide now, Roncaglia in the attack. Trying to flick it on Emre Mor. Sergio Roberto can't clear. Gomez in. Vermaelen out. Off the back of Gomes. Still loose, and it falls for Vigo. Kalia spots the opening but can't drop it in. Good from Lobotka. Mendes. Out long, and now it's a chance for Dembele. Dembele tries to cut back to his right foot, and he won't get the chance. Slippery surface. Lobotka. This is a cup match. And while they are 11th, I think what we've seen here today, Celta will not finish 13th this year. Starting to sense the pieces of Unswe's puzzle coming together. 5 minutes remain. Barcelona a little impatient when they got the ball back. Kalia. Osabed under pressure with Semedo, and from the ground finds Busquets. Dembele offside. Down and a chance. Aspas cutting back to his right, back to his left. Parried away by Cillison. And he
virtually everything he ever does is almost foot perfect. Tremendous player, Aspas, throughout this match again. Takes all the options into account in the blink of a bee's eye. Recognises he's got nothing in support. I've got to test the keeper in these conditions. It's a wise decision. And Cillison sees a blast coming at him. Does a good job in the end. Just no angle on that final crack from Aspas.
Caressed into the corner. Dembele makes the drop, but the pass went square. Cleared away by Fontas. 88th minute. Well, off to their best ever La Liga start, surpassing the mark set by Gerardo Martino.
Wonderful look at this player that shifts his weight and he's got nothing and actually takes a look up, but it's still a full-blooded blast. And unfortunately for Aspas, right at Cillison.
Whistled for the foul here, always trying to find an edge. But again, back to Barcelona's start. Remember that year under Martino, they didn't win the big trophies, and Valverde realizes nothing has been won yet. Quick thinking Sergi Gomez. Aspas just with a touch, but Piqué there to clean up. More impressive off the bench. Much of the attention on his former Dortmund teammate Dembele, but more maybe laying a claim for more playing time himself. Fontas curled away from Gomez. Piqué almost held on too long, but saved by the whistle. Rain continuing to spit down. Look at that, 18 retrievals, winning the ball back. Vermaelen wanted to move on to get playing time to prove that he was worthy in Belgium's World Cup run.
Ball.
Semedo across and swept away by Gomez before Dembele could pounce. Fontes up the line. Soft from Busquets. Flipped on by Aspas. Emre Mor looking for help. Into the middle for Blaise Mendes, and he can't control. Maybe his first poor touch. Skating over Fontes. Roncaglia. 90th minute, halfway done. Well, there's been plenty of entertainment over the 90 minutes, but perhaps even a bit more of what might have been. Those two vast passes in the first half, the Barcelona headers here in the second that just scraped wide. The shot off the post from Sergio Busquets. 3 minutes added. Will that be enough time?
Oh, lovely pass.
Semedo with acres of space. Sneaks it across, touched in, but off target from Sergio Roberto.
Well, wonderful lightning attack. Brilliant lynx eye vision from Busquets right here. Look at this. Wonderful lead. He's onside. Great play from the Portuguese man. Taking a look. Feeds a wonderful pass. It's an impossible angle for Sergio Roberto, and still he's able to stab that one onto the upright of the goal frame. Tremendous play. Nearly the winner. And as you said, Phil, in wonderful entertaining game that really, for the neutral observers, a 1-1 scoreline is probably a fair result. You expect more of the same, but Celta won't expect more of the same in the lineup when it goes back to Camp Nou. And the magic man, of course, from Argentina will be thrown in along with Suarez and probably Iniesta. So Celta Vigo, in their desperation here, have performed extremely well, and there's still hope alive.
90 seconds remain. Stick around just a few moments. Numancia, Real Madrid, cleared by Semedo. Another chance from distance, but high over the bar. Emre Mor. Espanyol Levante, available on beIN Sports Connect 4. Final minute. Is there a winner? Barca taking their time, content with level terms at the end of the first leg. Gifted right back, maybe one last gasp. Up steps Busquets. And now a foul in the midfield, and that will likely do it. And it will. Goal in the 15th. Out on ice from Gomes, and then Sisto from a tight angle in the 31st. 1-1 the final.
Horrible conditions in a lot of ways, but there were some bright performances. You cannot judge Dembele on anything in this night. Thrown into the deep end in a very, very high-tempo game. Aspas was wonderful, but this man, Sisto's goal, equalised the terms, and it ended up being a thriller in the wet conditions, but they'll go back to Camp Nou and face up to a different set